What up, YouTube? They told us to clear our schedules for this one, and trust me, you'll see why before the night's over. It's your boys, Detroit Love, P-Dub's Arcade Love, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes Friday night. Just got live.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back once again to the Friday Funhouse. It's the Super Game Room Dudes. You are joined once again by myself. It's me. It's Michael B. And of course, with me this week is my buddy. It's Detroit. It's Mario. Carl, good to see you, my man. Unfortunately, guys, it's just the two of us again tonight. The rest of the dudes couldn't be here, but that's okay because we brought in some very heavy hitters, some big reinforcements for the show tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us yet once again, the alcohol-fueled arcade enthusiast, 19K Fox. Hey!
To be fair, I'm also fueled by hate, so there's that.
That's true.
Fine.
19K Fox, welcome back once again. Thank you for making yourself available. He checks every Friday that he's available. He's like, I'm available tonight if you need me. And I'm like, I need you, my man. I need you.
That in no way implies that I have no life. Just be clear.
But I made a big promise. I promised you guys we were going to have home arcade royalty in the house tonight. I promise you guys we were going to have a guest host that has never been a guest on this show. This individual is probably the biggest home arcade YouTuber. He's previously done work with AtGames, with Arcade1Up, and most recently has been an influencer for Stern Pinball. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you're going to be very impressed by our fourth guest host for the very first time on Super Game Room Dudes. This person is coming back to the community.
I am Dub Zero.
Mike, you're so stupid. You're so stupid, Mike. That was great.
Never
What
been
up?
again.
What up, dude?
What's true? It's true. You've never been a guest.
I've never been a guest on Super Game Room Dudes. And tonight I'm a guest. Holy shit.
Great. What up, Dub? I haven't seen you in about a year, it seems like. How you doing, brother?
Oh, it's only been like a couple of months.
I think it was last year, if I can recall.
Yes, we haven't seen him in an
Too
entire
funny.
year.
Too funny. Good to see everybody in the chat. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Super Game Room Dudes are 75% reunited tonight. That's right. No offense, Fox.
That's okay.
Nostalgia, we're hoping comes back soon. It's been an exciting year so far from what I'm catching up on. I am not super familiar with all the happenings because I've been focused on other stuff. So Mike's going to run the show tonight. I am going to play the role of a guest tonight because I feel like a guest because I haven't been around and I don't know I've learned some things. Like I heard about the Sonic arcade, which we'll talk about tonight, and stuff like that. But I really, honestly, guys, I haven't been like trolling the Facebook groups or mudding the waters through the Discords and the Reddits and stuff. So I really don't know everything about all the companies and what they're doing. But I look forward to trying to contribute in whatever way I possibly can this evening.
Well, I mean, if you don't know anything we're talking about tonight, you will be just as effective as Nostalgia is usually.
I know. So what we should do then is move me over here to Nostalgia's chair. I will be the one who contributes the least, yet says he carries the team.
MG mentions that during your sabbatical, you've been quitting golf early a lot. I also have to bring up MG's comments because he gets pissed at me if I don't bring them up all the time.
All right. Here's the problem with playing Walkabout VR Golf. When we have a group of 8 guys, even if I have the Meta Quest 3 with the official Meta Quest 3 strap with the extended battery, when you play golf with 8 guys, and let's say we pick a course that's one of the more challenging courses, not like the easy courses, like it'll be like 2.5 hours before we get through 18 holes. Because keep in mind too, half the time we're sitting around talking, fucking around, joking around, making each other laugh, doing stupid stuff. So I finally got that for Christmas. My wife got me that Bobo VR head strap. So what's cool about the Bobo VR head strap, if you guys are familiar with it in the chat, let us know. That's the one where it's got swappable battery packs. And my wife got me extra battery packs, Mike. And this way, like if my battery's getting low, because we're horsing around and it's taken us 2.5 hours to play 18 holes with 8 guys, now I could just pop in the new battery and not have to leave the game early. So shut up, Bill! Get Bill out of here. Bill doesn't know what he's talking about.
A little bit of an attitude on Bill. Now, I will say, I have noticed with your early exits, your battery seems to die a lot quicker when you're not doing very good that game.
So, in home arcade this week...
No, you're back. You got to do the thing. You got to shout out to the chat.
There you go.
The chat doesn't want their shout-outs tonight.
Yes,
if they wanted their shout-outs,
shout-out.
they would speak now or forever hold their peace. And I don't see the chat moving at all here, guys. I see a bunch of dudes sitting around like
Very
Al
sad.
Bundy, probably got one hand halfway down their pants, watching the Super Game Room dudes.
Halfway.
At least that's what I've been doing whenever I've caught the replays the last couple of months. So,
You ever
all
see
right.
that episode of The Simpsons where Bert gets famous and they're all in class and they're like, say the line? Yeah, say the line, Bert.
First off, I did, even though I'm not completely familiar with everything happening in the community, I did hear something earlier today, and thoughts and well wishes go out to Rascal. I don't know if you want me to say what happened, but something happened with Rascal that he put on, I think, his Facebook page. I don't know if everyone sees that stuff. And really sorry to hear what happened, buddy. Really sorry to hear what happened to you, and it sucks, man. Oh, you may say it. So Rascal, and this is why, guys, health is important. This is why this year I've been on this weight loss kick, Mike, and I've officially put on 8 pounds since I started it. So
Tell me about it. It's hilarious.
well, I've bulked up. I've hit my max. This is the heaviest I've ever been in my life, Mike. I've topped the previous number by 1 pound. So now the goal, Fox, is I'm going to drop it all. I had to bulk up. I want that final number when everyone finds out how much weight I lost to be huge, astronomical. But Rascal, he, I guess, Rascal, correct me in the chat if I'm wrong about anything, but I guess he had some pain in his ear, like an ear infection or something. And then he had like a quick illness, like a virus, cold kind of thing. And he went to bed. He woke up the next day and his hearing was completely gone in one of his ears. Completely gone. Completely deaf in one ear. Went to the doctors and they told him that he suffered nerve damage and there's no way to fix it.
Oh my God.
And And that's freaking scary, man. Imagine this, guys. You lay your heads down tonight and you wake up and one of your ears doesn't work or one of your eyes doesn't work. I mean, that's scary, man. I'm really sorry, Rascal.
It's
we're here.
it's absolutely horrible. It's
Yeah,
absolutely horrible. I think that
we're-
there's always a positive side. If you could just keep your wife on that side.
But we're here for you. We're here. Too soon, Fox. Too soon. We're here for you.
You ever see the video? Like the guy gets this like miracle surgery, and he's been deaf his whole life, and his wife is there, so he gets it in.
Oh, good. 25%.
And then and all of a sudden he's in, and his wife's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so happy," and the guy's like, can you quit that? And the doctor's like, "Is everything okay?" And he's like, no, it's her voice. She's so annoying. I gotta hear that all the time.
Jesus, JT. Good old one ball JT. That's what all his friends
All right,
call him.
Nubs, that's enough
All right.
now. Feel bad for
Hey.
Rascal. Wish him all the best, but you gotta
Mike.
do the thing.
Mike, we don't have that many thrilling topics tonight. People come here for the community, for hanging out and having a good time, and hopefully we give you guys a smile, a giggle, a chuckle, or an all-out laugh while we do this stuff. Hold on, I got a belch. Oh, woo!
That's what we're all here for.
You're disgusting.
And
Now
you
we're
just
back.
lost a pound.
He's a guest on the show. I'm waiting for him to start eating.
Well, actually, my wife called me because she's driving home. She just walked in the door, which is why my dogs are barking. She's like, "I feel like sandwiches tonight. You want a sandwich?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Jersey Mike's, bro. I want some Jersey Mike's tonight." So
Nice.
she just walked in, and check this out, guys. I got a hot, like what is that called? Cheesy steak sub sandwich waiting for me downstairs. It's gonna be cold by the time we're done here tonight, but I am sacrificing that for you all in the chat because those sandwiches don't taste as good when they're not hot. All right, let's do it, guys. Here we go. If you want your shout outs, speak now or forever hold your peace. We got the Fist of Love, lubing it up in the chat. Johnny Fritz, Jim, the Pacers fan, soon to be a Bears fan because they're moving to Indiana. Nova Sonic is here. Dennis B, Bo knows Tecmo, and Bo also knows Retro Gaming. Steve Sales here with his new smile on the way. Rascal's here. I was going to make a joke about turning the volume up, but it's too soon. I don't want to be like
Too soon.
I don't want to be like Fox. I don't want to be inappropriate like Fox.
I want to be the only.
Billy Woods Mods is here. Wagner's Tech Talk is here. Make sure you guys check out Wagner's Tech Talk for all your website needs. Chris Nooner's here. Holy shit. When did these people start being on YouTube?
They're back.
They're back. All right. Welcome, Arcade1Up. Wait, that's got to be a troll. That's a fake
That's
account, right?
totally
No,
not
that's the
Neo
real
Geo
deal.
64.
That's
Please,
the real
people
Arcade
stop
1Up?
saying that.
That's the real deal.
All right. Fretburner's here. Josh Dendy is here. Oh, B Kirby's here. What's going on, B Kirby? Meatballs Saucy's here. What's up, Saucy Man? Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Mods, do me a favor. Keep a close eye on this guy in the chat. He's running around telling everyone he's professional Bill now. But behind the scenes, he's wilding it out. He is Wild Bill for sure. We got
You're gonna get an
Conti
email
Dio.
telling you not to say that. I told you that.
Billy Woods Mods is here. Guys, make sure you check out his latest video on YouTube where he did this gigantic mod to his AtGames pinball machine. It was actually a good video. I watched it. Who else is here? Little Alien's here. Good to see you, buddy. James is here. Dennis B, Nova Sonic, E Leo, Galga Guy 88. We got Ritual Delos here as well. Man, all my favorites are here tonight. And that's about it. Wait, hold on. Someone was lurking. Neo's Arcade News confesses he is lurking in the live chat. Which, by the way, I caught my first episode of Arcade Insiders this week, Mike, and I got to say, Neo, I'm going to bust Kevin's balls here. I was watching the show, and I don't know if you guys watched this Arcade Insider show, and Kevin from Spreetail was like, I guess they were playing a game like, kind of like Neo was gonna not like, they were gonna do like a debate, like a fake debate, like Kevin likes the Sonic Arcade, Neo hates the Sonic Arcade, right? But Kevin said something funny, Neo, which I put in your chat. You probably know where I'm going with this. He's like, dude, they're gonna sell, this is his exact words, Kevin said, they're gonna sell a metric shit ton of Sonic Arcades. That's what Kevin said, right? And then 2 minutes later, he goes, well, I think they're going to sell fairly well. So I'm like, is it a metric shit ton or is it fairly well, Kevin? Which one? I'd like to know. What's up, Mo? Sick Mo. God, man, everyone is ill right now. let's all positive energy to Moat in the chat. Gamer Fridge is here talking about the Spree Tale show, and JR is here. Good to see JR. And instead of lurking, JT is twerking. Thanks so much. All right, there's your shout outs. Mike, it's your show. Take it from here. I will try not to take over everyone's mic time.
Carl, I'll let you get in now before Dubs comes back on. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. The weather, we actually had some mild weather here for a week. Now it's about to get cold again this weekend. But the snow's pretty much all melted, so that's a good sign. But I'm sure it's coming back with vintage. But I tried to watch the Mario show the other day. I just couldn't get past it, man. I don't know. You guys have to let me know in the chat. Am I missing something? Do I have to give it another chance? But I don't know. It was just too quirky for me. I had to turn it off. But,
I think you gave it one chance too many.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
We had 90 centimeters of snow on Wednesday. I am finally dug out tonight after about 8 hours with a snowblower and a shovel. So it's been a horrible
Give it to me in
week.
yards. I don't know what you're talking about. Centimeter. What do you
90 centimeters is about 2.8 feet.
You gotta carry the one. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that's not heading my way. That's for certain.
No, we got another 30 coming this weekend. But that's enough about us. It's time to find out.
Well, wait a minute.
what's up.
You guys didn't ask about my weather and how things are going. Once again, guys, I went outside and I had to shovel sunshine, and that is hard when you're shoveling sunshine. Oh, hey, check it out. Guess what I just did, Mike, you big hater. You guys remember the Terminator 2D game that came out?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How long does it take to beat that game? Isn't it short?
40 minutes?
Less than an
40
hour,
minutes
yeah.
or so?
Yeah, it's like less than an hour. Well, I bought it on Steam the day it came out, but I haven't played it yet because I've been busy doing other things. But check it out behind me, Mike. I have it running on my Polycade. Oh, I forgot to close.
it's
I
gonna be a
forgot to
horrible
close the door. I forgot to close the door.
It's
So there you
falling
go,
apart
Mike.
right in front
So
of us.
I will do
Look at that.
something uncharacteristically. I will give Polycade credit.
I should probably close that door. That looks like ass when it's open.
So
But look how good that looks. Oh
Actively falling
yeah.
apart. Yeah, it's
So
very sad.
one cool thing about it is like one of the things that iArcade did really well. They would take games that weren't typical, arcade games and make them work well on a arcade cabinet, right? And that's one of the cool things with Polycade. You can take a game like Terminator 2D or something like that and play it in that arcade format. So I think a lot of people from the iArcade space will find like a path towards Polycade. That's all I'm going to say. I'll say that's a nice thing. But now with all that out of the way, it's time to get into it. We're going to find out what's up with Arcade1Up.
Hey, Michael, before you get started,
Yes,
I
sir.
do want to say real quick, I finally got my NBA Jam cabinet over to my grandsons a couple of weekends ago. So they finally have that thing. I had that thing for a couple of years. So I was excited to finally get that to them. So now I got this void in my room, and I'm going to have to eventually fill with something.
Well, now that you've got space, Carol, it's good news because Arcade1Up was just at Toy Fair 2026 and
Why are
unveiled
we
their
starting with
fall
this?
2026 lineup.
Why are we starting with this?
Patrick, can I remind you you're a guest? And
Well, I was about to say, like, you put out. Shouldn't we be talking about your WrestleFest Supreme?
what my WrestleFest Supreme review talks about itself. Let's go with this, and then we can talk about WrestleFest in just a bit.
Or we could talk about WrestleFest first and then come back to this.
We're going to talk about this first.
Yeah, you're not running
Yes.
the show,
Oh,
P-Dubs. Ben, hold on.
All right,
put 'em
all
in.
right,
Yeah,
all
put 'em
right.
in.
Time out.
I'll be
Time out.
quiet. I'll be quiet. You know, it's just
All
I
right.
want to know. I
What's
want to
the,
know.
you
I
got to
want to.
run the intro again.
I
You
want
gotta
to
run
have
the intro.
started
You gotta
with
start
this
over.
topic.
Let's try it again.
Topic though, Mike.
Yeah,
I
from
probably
the
would
top.
have started.
From the
we
top,
should
my
have started
friend.
with like that. We should have started with the Evercade wireless controller, Mike. That's what we should have started with.
No, we're going to come around Big Finish. Don't worry. Patrick likes to run this like a
Oh my
convenience
God! I
store.
leave for 2 months. This guy's got a big head. What the hell,
it's like-
everybody? Fox,
Yeah.
has he been this bossy with
It's-
all of you guys while I've
listen.
been gone?
Dubs, I do what I can, but it's just it is what it is. You know?
What about you, Carl? Has he been lording his power over you since I've been gone?
Oh yeah!
Guys, we're just horsing around. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, so Arcade1Up was at New York Toy Fair this past weekend where they announced their fall lineup, and the community is kind of divided. Like you talked about the Arcade Insiders, they did that two sides of a coin. One person likes it, one person didn't. There is a lot of people in the community that like this. However, there's a lot of people in the community that are tremendously disappointed or they don't really understand it. Now, I kind of understand it, but I wanted to get all your guys' reactions. What do you think about Arcade1Up, Basic Fun, securing the license to Sonic the Hedgehog and bringing that to a home arcade space? And I think one of the things that kind of, grated on other people a little bit was the fact that not only is this coming to a home arcade, but it's going to be one of their XL cabs. And XL cabs and Supreme cabs are few and far between. So a lot of people feel like it's a missed opportunity. Let's start with you, Carl. What do you think of the Arcade1Up Sonic the Hedgehog cab? Now, remember, this is just a prototype. Cab art is not final.
All right, so before we start, James hates everything. Thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, P-Dubs is right. You can't lead with the main event.
You know, I miss hearing those words on this show. P-Dubs is right.
P-Dubs is right.
Okay, but to answer your question, I'm looking at this from two perspectives. Okay, so first of all, you guys know I've been doing Dreamcast here lately. I've been getting back to that, and I finally played Sonic's Adventure 3D on that cabinet, and it sucked ass. I hated it.
What? You didn't like Sonic Adventure?
Give me my 2D Sonic back. This sucks. I'm all over. I'm maneuvering, trying to get up the stairs. I hated it. I've always been a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. I was always a Nintendo guy, and my buddy was always a Sega. So he would come over my house for Nintendo. I'd go over his house for Sega. So I never really, I didn't have Sega in my house to play. But when I always enjoyed this, always that sound of those coins exploding out of my pocket or wherever they were held at. I've always been a fan favorite of Sonic the Hedgehog. And so when we talk about bringing that console game to a cabinet, in my world, I have Tekken, which is a console game. I have the PlayStation version on my cabinet. That's a must-have in my arcade that be able to play Tekken. So I can see where if someone really loves this game and they want to be able to play it in the cabinet form, why shouldn't they bring it to them? Is it something that I would play in a cabinet form? If I came over to somebody's house and they had it, I definitely would play it. Would I buy it for my arcade? I don't think so. But again, everything's not about me. You got to try something different. They got the license, make use of it. Hopefully they're successful with it. Because again, if someone walks up to this in a Sam's Club or Costco, I don't know where they're going to release this thing at, it's definitely going to get attention. People are going to be interested. And they're not going to say, oh my goodness, this is not supposed to be in a cabinet. They're going to say, oh shit, let me go over here and play this. And if they like it, they take it home for whatever the price is. So that's my take on it.
I got a feeling Fox is going to have a different take, but P-Dubs, if you can finish writing your novel, do you want to chime in on what you think of the Sonic the Hedgehog arcade?
Sonic the Hedgehog arcade. So when they showed this off, it had a menu screen that had 4 Sega console games, right? Yeah. So apparently, we have a video?
Yeah, there's a video here. I'm going to turn off the volume. I don't think you guys can hear it anyways.
Can
but
you
this
hit the maximize button so it'll fill up that whole screen?
Yeah, it's way too small.
It won't. I'll make it bigger.
It'll be bigger.
Make it bigger. Come on.
It won't because I'm on a 16:9 screen, so it's only a window. If I hit maximize screen, it's going to go nuts.
I got you.
Nuts is better than peanuts.
Yeah. So this is the guy playing the cab. This is for the Gizmodo interview, that article that put up. But this is the cab. This is what it looks like. What are your thoughts?
So at first, I was like, this makes no sense, right? Because you have an arcade machine with 4 console games for, I'm guessing the price is going to be $700-800 for this thing.
No, I think in the interview here, it lists as $650. I know a representative was saying $799, but I don't think that's the club store price. I think that's the retail price because Spreetail did say they were going to be selling a Supreme at some point. So I think Retail's price is going to be $7.99 for a marketable or retail Supreme, and then Club Store Supreme is going to be $6.49. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money for 4 Sega Genesis games. The only silver lining I see with it is the fact that they now have a relationship with Sega, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, oh, they have Sega, that means they have everything. No, they could literally just be this game. You know what I mean? Like, just because you have a relationship with Sega doesn't mean you have access to their entire library. Stuff like that. Now, however, I did email Arcade1Up, and I asked them. I was like, "Wait a minute, is this really only going to have console games, stuff like that?" And they were actually nice enough to respond to my email. And what they told me, and this is what they told me, and I'm pretty sure this information may have been shared in other places, but I'm just reading off of what they told me via email. This is a very early prototype. It's just a simple first physical representation of our announcement of a multi-year partnership with Sega. It's very possible the games list will change and the artwork will be updated as well. So what we saw at the Toy Fair may not be what actually hits the market, right?
Yeah.
Now, the only thing I can say is when this thing does come out, if they want to make a Sonic arcade, you got to put like a Sonic actual arcade game on it. Otherwise, it seems kind of pointless to me, especially when you can... The console games, they're console games, right? Like,
yeah,
it's just for that much money. It's just a lot. So if this leads to down the road, with that relationship with Sega, they're able to bring other Sega games, license those, like the ones like Afterburner, which I saw everyone talking about this week, stuff like that. Golden Axe, stuff like that. Cool. That would be cool. That would be cool for them. But this machine in no way excites me. I was happy to see that they had a Miss Pac-Man XL in that baby blue.
Whoa. We'll get there. You're going too fast.
Sorry. You asked me my opinion, bro.
Just
you asked
Sonic.
me my opinion. So in my opinion, this thing is like a dead fish out of water. I don't see anyone going to Sam's Club or Costco, wherever this thing is going to be, and being like, oh my God, it's Sonic, and they're going to buy it. You know what I mean? Like I see them like going $700 for Sonic and walk it away, So, all right. That's all I got for you on this one.
So yeah, Arcade1Up in the chat did say it's going to be closer to $6.99, just for clarification, at the club store price. Maybe Arcade1Up official. I wish I could have made it this year. And Neo's Arcade News also said that this is not going to be available at retail. It's going to be available in club stores. No, Neo, I'm quoting Kevin. He indicated on your guys' show a couple of weeks ago that they are doing at least one Supreme at the retail level. So that's why I was quoting that $7.99 price point. But I could be wrong. Anyways, Fox, what do you think of Sonic the Hedgehog? I think you've done a couple videos on this. Couple of videos?
Yeah, possibly. I got to say that this first album by the artist formerly known as Arcade1Up is kind of rough. I think they should probably go back to the hits. To be perfectly honest with you, I think that it doesn't really matter. In the words of The Rock, it doesn't matter what I think. What matters is what everyone else thinks. If everyone will go on over after the show to my channel, I have a community post. I am doing a long-running poll. It's a very simple question.
Wait a minute.
I had people hating me for not including the I like the cabinet option.
Are you running a commercial for your own channel right 100%. Now on our show?
Head on over to my channel. I've got a very simple question, and it is this: will you or do you plan to buy this cabinet if it were priced at $649? Yes or no? That's it. I'm going with that price because that's what the WrestleFest was. Let's just go with the best case scenario because I know we've heard $799 and all that garbage. And let's just see what the community says. I think we've only got like 200 votes right now.
Everybody vote no. Vote no.
Everybody vote your conscience.
No, I appreciate.
Vote how you feel because I think it's important to find out, to get a real bead on what's going on, because I think that we are the only ones doing any kind of market research, because this is one of the dumbest ideas imaginable. I think
Yeah.
it's tough to
Well,
kind of think of a worse.
Well, hold on a minute
Hmm.
though. Fox and James, thanks for the super chat. We can go ahead.
Oh,
and get that
really
off
quickly,
this-
yeah,
on
$2
the screen.
super chat. I hate when James comes here and spends $2 to just post this rhetoric and
Reprimand
foolishness.
you?
P-Dubs is right again. Like, what kind of comment is that?
Makes no sense.
Thank you very much. For the super chat,
James has got his head on straight, but there's actually something that I remember from way back in the day, Fox. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot or anything, but this is actually I think would play into your. Check this out. This is from 3 years ago. Hold on a second.
That I made.
You must be one of these YouTubers that runs ads and must only be into this for the money. So,
Of course I am.
But taking a peek here, Fox. This was your arcade that you made.
Yes.
Hang on a second. I have
Ask me how much it cost me, and ask me if I still own it.
All right.
And ask me if it played more than 4 games.
Like you built this 3 years ago. And this is with that Intech gaming with the Sega control panel. I gotta say, I actually liked this mod. I remember when this video came out. I liked the mod because I love the shelf you cut out and put in there for the Sega boxes and stuff. And I've seen some other people over the years in this community make a Sega Genesis arcade like this. It's not my ideal way to do it, but so if this was okay to make and build, why is the other one a no-go?
Well,
I'm not putting you on the spot, Fox. I'm just asking honestly because you did.
Well,
this
you know
mod.
how I love my projects. This also played more than 4 games. It played the entire Sega Genesis library, and I sold it. I didn't care.
Okay.
But it was very much a fun. But it was very much a fun
But you
project.
did choose to put the Sonic Hedgehog as the main.
Well, that's what it came
main
with.
game.
If you look at the other video, I replaced that because that is absolute shit. But it was fun to play. Streets of Rage on. I mean, that was fun.
there. I mean, think about it. There's a lot of Sega Genesis games that are arcade ports, right?
Literally anything,
and they're fun to play.
Sonic, right?
Well, they're not.
anything
They're
but
not arcade ports.
So. Oh, look at how young you look right here.
games.
Look at Baby Fox. Look at Baby Fox.
That was before the
he's a
hobby
child.
really took its toll on him.
Yeah, it's before the rage took over.
So yeah, I was just curious, Fox, because you had built this, and also too, I remember this Sega Intech gaming control panel. I had done a review for one of them too, and what I did is I had their Intech gaming control panel. Let's see if we got a picture here with the actual cartridge, and as you can see, the cartridge slots there to play Sega games, and Intech Gaming sold a Nintendo NES control panel and stuff to put your NES cartridges in. This one, I just bought one of those multi-carts. They had like 196 games on it. And for me, it was just swappable, not like, oh my God, like, hey, I got an itch to play some old ass Golden Axe Genesis, right?
Yeah.
On an arcade machine, right? But it wouldn't have been one that I left in there permanently. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to get your vibe on that.
And speaking of vibing, I'm just curious. I know of a company that makes a cabinet, and if I recall, it has Aladdin on its cabinet, which is clearly an arcade game, right?
Are you talking about AtGames?
Yes.
AtGames?
Yes, AtGames. Is that not a console game?
That's a console game.
Yeah. AtGames threw a bunch of those console games.
Yeah,
on
they also had the Super Star Wars series. They had Aladdin. They had a bunch of console games on there. They didn't really differentiate. Like the question is not so much with a multi-cade, because I understand where you're going with that, but with a dedicated cabinet focused on console games. Is this something that's interesting? Now, me personally, obviously, I'm more looking for arcade recreations. I don't have the same venom that other people do towards this. I don't really give a shit. I hope Arcade1Up sells 1 million of these and then takes the money and makes a Gorf cab out of it. So us hardcore collectors get that.
if they made an XL Genesis cab, which is what I made. I didn't make a Sonic cab. I made a Genesis cab.
We're gonna
that could be a different story.
We're gonna get there, Fox. We're gonna get there. But I do want to give Arcade1Up a little bit of grace here for the people that are mad about this, because you got to remember they're working with Sega. Sega openly
That's the
says,
silver lining.
No, you misunderstand. I'm not talking about the silver lining. I'm talking about Sega's vision for what their company should be. Their director said a couple of years ago they don't want to be a retro company. Like their focus is not on having arcades like an 80s arcade. They don't really want to be known that way. So you look at another partnership when they first came back to home arcade, and what did they do? The very first thing out of the gate, they went to My Arcade and they said, maybe we can do Outrun, maybe we can do these other things, but we want to focus on Sonic. So I don't really think this is Arcade1Up saying Sonic's the thing we got to go to. I think this is more Sega saying this is what we want to do, and this is a licensor request that they wanted to focus on Sonic first. That would be my guess based on their playbook that they did with My Arcade as well. So I think this is something that will happen. We'll get it out of the way, and then we'll get more stuff. Now, the question is, a lot of people are saying, I don't think anybody's going to buy this. I think that's ridiculous. Sonic is one of the biggest searches on YouTube. There is people out there that go out of their way to skin their $8,000 multicades that they buy from Retrocade with the Sonic the Hedgehog branding. There is people that are huge Sonic fans that collect everything from plushes to bullshit like that. Even Jersey Jack Pinball are ready to line up and make a $12,000 Sonic the Hedgehog pinball. You know why? Because Sonic fans will buy it. So I don't necessarily think nobody will buy it. I don't think a lot of us that are hardcore arcade enthusiasts are interested, but I do think it'll do pretty well. That's my guess.
Yeah, and they recently had a movie that's out that puts that in to younger people who don't even know it was even on a console at some point in time.
And I want to go back to the Gizmodo article for a second, because I think Arcade1Up got wise about people complaining that this wasn't an arcade game.
No, they didn't.
They actually mentioned in the article, the rep did, this game was on the Sega Megatech. So either that's just, saying things, but what's the possibility that they take the feedback from the community and they're like, hey, maybe we make a Sega Megatech cab. Would that be something you'd be more interested in? Playing Genesis games on a Megatech, which was an actual arcade, the Genesis equivalent of a Play Choice?
I don't know. I think, like, for instance, the mods that Fox and I did, where we did the Intech gaming control panel on an Arcade1Up with Sega cartridges, to me it was more like a novelty kind of thing. Like, it's like, can you do it? Oh yeah, you could do it. It works. You play it a few times, and with that, because it's those Intech gaming control panels are kind of swappable, I have it inside that Arcade1Up with the Nintendo Switch control panel sitting on top. It's not like I desire every day to go play a Sega Genesis game on an arcade machine, right? So I usually would want to play one of the Switch games on an arcade machine, if that was the case. So yeah, I'm having a hard time personally thinking that this is a good idea. You know what I mean? But the games list could change. The artwork could change. Hell, these 4 games might not even be the 4 Sonic games they release, according to their email. And also, when they showed all their stuff, everyone thought that was their lineup for the entire year. But Arcade1Up told me in the email that they responded to me on that they will be releasing other titles throughout the year that weren't shown at the Toy Fair. The Toy Fair just showed what they were allowed to show at that time, but they also have other titles coming. What those are, who knows? You guys can speculate away. Hopefully it'll be interesting stuff and not Sega Sonic.
And I want to add something here too on that note here. Let's just say this will never happen, but let's just say Nintendo gave a company a license to be able to use their product. Donkey Kong wouldn't be the first product that they released.
Oh no,
it would be a Mario. It would be even though he, Jumpman, Mario, whatever case. But Donkey Kong, clearly arcade thing, wouldn't be their first cabinet if they let somebody do a cabinet. It would be clearly something just Mario. So again, when you look at it from that perspective, Sega's got to go with their biggest brand name. That's mass, has the most mass appeal, and that's Sega. Other people, Afterburner, things like that. The modern, newer, younger folk have no idea what that is.
Carl, you want to grab that super chat too, buddy?
Josh Dende, $2. The age of retro is aging to include consoles. Yeah, and that's absolutely the natural evolution as you go from
Mhm.
arcades is to start reiterating these regurgitating these consoles for sure.
Yeah, I know that's an excellent point, Carl. Excellent point. And speaking of what they just said in the live chat as well, am I the only one that now feels like my Xbox 360 games and GameCube games are like retro games now? 'Cause
Classics. Yeah.
I mean, it's been what,
Patrick.
15, 20 years?
PS4 is almost retro, buddy.
I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, let's get off Sonic. What else you got, Mike?
All right. Yeah. Well, anyways, that's enough talking about Sonic. We'll wait to see when it comes out. Maybe there's a chance that they could include some of the arcade games. I think it'd be hard to include the trackball games, Sega Sonic, but Sonic the Fighters is a possibility. Uses the same button combinations and sticks. We'll see what comes out with it, and who knows? Maybe they'll throw Streets of Rage on there or something, and maybe that'll make people happy. I don't know what the answer is. We'll see what happens.
Dude, Kirby, we are old, bro. We are old.
So
I
old,
agree.
so old, and so tired. So the other big thing they announced, they showed off. Golden Tee is going to be coming out. Return of the Jedi. They showed a new version of Return of the Jedi that actually had a faux coin door. That was a prototype, but maybe faux coin doors are coming to the Ultra line. And they did do the big announcement that Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man are coming to Basic Fun and Arcade1Up. And while, other people say, so what? Does a beer shit in the woods? Of course, Arcade1Up's making a Pac-Man cab. This is a big deal for Basic Fun. I mean, that's a big license for them to get.
Despite the fact that you can play Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, like, here's the funny thing. Any game that will get released by any of these companies, you can play on a multicade and get the ROMs off the internet and stuff like that. The question is are you a big enough fan of a game to spend a lot of money, usually over $500, to play that game in an arcade form factor? That's what us in this hobby are about, and people who hate this hobby just don't understand it, right? I'll tell you this much. I've been around this community for a long time, and for years, at least the last 3 years, I have seen lots of people on Reddit, Facebook, Discord, in this community asking for an XL Miss Pac-Man in the baby blue color. Arcade1Up released, I think, like a deluxe one in the black color or something.
Yep.
And for those people who are huge Miss Pac-Man fans and want that beautiful baby blue cabinet, they're going to be happy about this. So, in my opinion, I think this was a good decision by them to do an XL Miss Pac-Man in the baby blue and pink. Will I be buying it? No, I have enough Pac-Man in my life already. But I think there's an audience for this one, whereas I don't think there's an audience for Sega Sonic. So there you go. That's all I got to say.
You're discounting the furries, P-dubs. You know how many Sonic furries there are?
Good point. Yeah.
This
Never
is why
discount furries.
we needed Nostalgia on tonight to get
I know.
the furry
Listen,
point of
Furry
view.
update.
I've been trying to bait Nostalgia for the last 2 weeks. I put Pokemon in the thumbnail the last 2 weeks, and that son of a bitch still didn't show up. So really quickly, Carol, do you want to grab this super chat, and then let's talk Miss Pac-Man a bit?
JR33, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says,
Thanks,
Carl,
JR.
exactly. You said what I was thinking, King. How would it been received if Arcade1Up had released what's that AWSD? I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah, I think he means a Super Mario Brothers 2 arcade cap.
Okay, right. So man, thank you for that. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I think here's how they would react. All the nerds in the community be like, actually, that's Doki Doki Panic.
They just reskinned it.
I think Miss Pac-Man XL in this baby blue and pink, I think it would outsell that Sonic arcade machine. I think it would. Whoever put that in the chat, Tim York, I think it would. Because whether you love or hate this community, love or hate these products, for guys, I've been around this community since it started, and people have been asking for an XL Miss Pac-Man. And just because maybe you don't want it doesn't mean the guy next to you doesn't want it either. You know what I mean? I mean, look at Jim Pacers fan. He would get the Miss Pac-Man XL. Even David Deming here says Miss Pac-Man's going to sell. B. Kirby agrees as well. I'm sorry, guys, but I think This was actually a smart move because let's be honest, Pac-Man prints money. Pac-Man is money. So you can shit on me all you want for saying that, guys, but this, in my opinion, was a good business decision by them. Again, Sega Sonic was not. Go ahead, Fox.
This is the best thing that Arcade1Up has done in a long time. 100%. And it's doing the opposite of what the Sega Hedgehog cabinet thing is. This is arcade accurate. This is the larger form factor. This is the natural progression of what we wanted to see from all the arcades. And to finally have this, I mean, women love Pac-Man. Men love Pac-Man. I think women love Pac-Man even more. To have this thing all trimmed out in the pink and blue, as God intended, this is absolutely a win.
Mm-hmm.
One of the better things they've done in a very long time. So
Why can't you say that?
I'm so confused that you have this next to a Sonic the Hedgehog cab. It's like, I guess it's hard to fail with Pac-Man, I guess.
Can I see the control panel, Michael B, on that?
Well, this image is just this image, Carl. There is other images. The control panel, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, that's all messed up. You got to remember, this is just a prototype as well.
What's wrong with the control? What's wrong with the control?
It's all
they didn't put
the bezel and
the artwork is a little bit mixed up, and also the whole thing is one piece, just like the Pac-Man XL, but they didn't put a divider between the control panel and
you
the
just
screen.
reminded me. I have that Pac-Man XL. And I love it. I love it for the size. It looks great in the game room. The problem, of course, was some of the emulation ticks with it being a 5.4 19-inch screen. And then also, too, because of the way it's assembled, if you did want to throw in like a Tornado Terry joystick or change out the buttons, you literally have to take the cabinet apart. Right. So from just like a maintenance point of view, or even from a modding point of view, it's a pain in the ass because that's a big arcade to be tearing to pieces, right? To get to the control panel. And so, if the control panel is connected the same way the Pac-Man XL is, I would hope they would change that because, people love upgrading their controls. It's a fun little thing that people love to do.
It's a simple, easy thing to do. And to make it that harder is just going to make it
exactly.
That's a really good point.
I haven't even done that, Carl, because it's such a pain in the ass just to get to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you also still haven't taken stuff out of the box, like your Bobo VR. Like you mentioned that
it's out of the box now.
Okay.
I'm ready.
What's the box?
Yeah,
I'm
Carl,
ready.
do you want to read this? And I
James hates everything. $2 again. Thank you, sir. Obligatory.
Obligatory.
Obligatory. No, obligatory. Okay, sorry. P-Dubs is right. Miss Pac-Man winning.
Hashtag winning.
Winning.
Yeah. So
hashtag winning is going to be a new inside joke theme of Home Arcade
for years to come.
You want to read this
Bloodshot
one too,
27, $2.36 US. Boys, update WrestleFest. SS to Canada, Michael B, you the man. Fox, you're a goddamn stud. Top wingman. Much love to the Motor City Pirate from Windsor.
That's awesome.
Much love, brother.
I'm very happy with this. At first, I think a lot of people missed that this was a Supreme and it was right next to the WrestleFest. No one really picked up on it, and I was like, that cab looks bigger. So I'm very, very happy that we're getting the Miss Pac-Man Supreme cab. This is something I've wanted for a long time. I miss having Miss Pac-Man in my home arcade. I know my daughter misses it, but I refuse to buy that, Class of 81. I hate the Class of 81. Well, I refused to buy a black Miss Pac-Man. I didn't want that. I wanted baby blue. So no matter what happens, I know this is just a prototype Arcade1Up, but no matter what anybody tells you, please do not change anything. Just make it blue. It's beautiful. That's all I got to say.
Well, you
I'm
do have
so
to change
happy
something. You
about
have to change that control panel. But I definitely would want to have a Pac-Man with the proper screen slant as opposed to the older ones that were upright.
Oh, it's got it, Carl.
Yeah. Oh,
I
know.
If I purchase this cabinet, there's one thing I have to do. I have to send the G panel over to P-Dub so he can
step on it and break it.
All right, I deserve that. Thank you so much. But moving
Well, you got
on.
to get it. You got to get it done before he loses his weight because he might not.
Patrick,
be
you're a
That's
guest.
true. He'll be so thin he won't be able to break.
Well, I want to. I put a poll in the chat, guys, and I'd appreciate it if all of you. I mean, once again, we have the best audience in home arcade, 200 plus watching. We greatly appreciate your support. Vote in the poll right now, guys. Do online leaderboards matter? The reason why I ask is Basic Fun / the new Arcade1Up have not announced or confirmed that future arcade machines will have online leaderboards. So this Miss Pac-Man Supreme, will it share the same leaderboards that Arcade1Up uses on their Pac-Man arcades? Or are leaderboards just not in the roadmap at this time? And does that really matter? I think I'm the kind of guy where I like leaderboards. Score chasing's fun. Trash talking is fun. I like online play for like co-op games and stuff. But does it matter? Do you need it? I mean, I could live without it, but then again, I think it's been a huge feature that even iArcade tried it, AtGames does it, Arcade1Up
Well,
has done
do
it.
they do AtGames do it?
Even Team Encoder has the ability with some of their mods to do leaderboards, and I think I could live without it, but leaderboards I think are so entrenched that I think they need to get that added right by the time this Miss Pac-Man comes out. What do you guys think in the chat? Vote in the poll, and let me know.
And there's going to be a slight delay. It's going to be a delay as they start typing in. So let me get these things out the way real quick. B. Kirby, as always, gifted 10 Super Game Room
Thank you,
memberships.
Kirby.
Thank you for that. David Deming, 1916, says, P-Dubs, I played the Pac-Man XL the other night and noticed that Pac-Man game played kind of weird. However, the Neon Pac-Man played flawlessly. Really wild.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so
David.
some of the issue, if I recall from when that came out, and we're talking now, Pac-Man XL came out over 2 years ago.
2023.
So what happened is if I recall when some people looked at it, it could have been Team Encoder or somebody else. When you're playing the Pac-Man game, you'll notice that the Pac-Man does this little flutter, you know? Like, other than that, it runs fine. It's just the Pac-Man character himself has got this weird stutter in his chomp. And I guess with the emulation, because it's a 5.4 monitor, I think their PCB board was outputting the games at 4.3, and I think it caused it to look funky, if I recall. I can't remember who pointed that out to me, but that was a couple of years ago.
And if I recall from the Cleveland show, that's the same cabinet, right? You brought it there, built it there. Didn't it have an 8-way controller, a gate on that?
It had an octagonal gate on it because there was the one game Rolling Thunder.
Right,
now here's the
always
other
going to cause a problem with Pac-Man.
Yeah, here's the other thing too is those
So they
games
shouldn't do that with this new one.
Yeah, 4-way. Because based upon that game lineup that they showed, I think there were only like 5 or 6 games now, less games, but you can now put a 4-way
put
gate
4-way
on there. So
Well, yeah, this is something that I've said on my show nonstop. Sometimes less is more, and everybody was saying, "Oh, the value's not there with the 14 games." I was like, I don't really give a shit. It just make the games good, make them play right. So, yeah, that's my opinion.
I would rather play Rolling Thunder with a 4-way than play Pac-Man with an 8-way. So
I would rather play Rolling Thunder on a separate cab that has the right screen orientation.
Yes,
right,
how about that?
Well,
That'd be
Rolling
great.
Thunder's never belonged on there. But I'm just saying, you're gonna throw this weird game. I mean, it's a great game, but on that cabinet, it's not.
So some people I notice are upset that it looks like Basic Fun Arcade1Up is putting less games on these machines. But then again, if they get rid of the games that don't make sense, like Rolling Thunder on a Pac-Man machine,
right?
And also, what if they do a midway cabinet, Fox, and they don't throw Paperboy on there? You know what I mean?
I can't live without Paperboy on every damn cabinet.
Would we be mad about less games, or would we be okay because
not at all.
the games that are on there will play fine compared to?
Wouldn't you love a Mortal Kombat cabinet
That's
Mortal Kombat games?
That's an interesting topic, right? Like if they give us less games, but the games technically have the proper controls.
Yeah.
Is that a
Screen
win?
orientation, everything.
So that's interesting. That's an interesting thought.
So that was one of the things that disappointed me, and I know these are prototypes. With the Pac-Man cab, I was looking at the games list, and it should be more like the games list that they did for the Pac-Man 40th anniversary, where it was very heavily Pac-Man based, and then you can put a couple other things on there, Mappy or something like that, and it makes sense. But I noticed Galaga was on there, and they're also planning to release a Galaga cab. They had the old Arcade1Up Vault one there. I would much rather see Pac-Man and Galaga separated. I saw a Galaga cab, and one of the things I hated about Arcade1Up, I would love to have a Galaga arcade in my arcade, but I don't want it to just be a reskin of Pac-Man, because I also want a Pac-Man cab too. So if they're going to do Galaga, instead of it just being Pac-Man reskinned, do Galaga properly. Do Galaga, Galaxian, Gap Plus, Galaga 3, put all those on the cab, and then put some games on it that make sense with them. That's what I want to see.
Arcade1Up did that only one time, right? Sorry, Carl.
Yeah, well,
they did 2 Galagas.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, well, you asked a question before we got sidetracked here about about the leaderboards, and I wanted.
Leaderboards.
Yeah. The only people I've seen that has done leaderboards correctly, and that is the Meta Quest with, like with the VR, the Pinball FX VR. Yeah, if I can have my friends list in a global list, then it's relevant. I never look at the world. Who gives a shit who these people in the world? And these scores are so outrageously
Who gives a shit about the world?
It doesn't.
Like that idea.
Is irrelevant, right? Because these guys are like they don't have any life. All they do is play these games, and their score is going to be so high that your name would never ever be on this global leaderboard. So it doesn't make sense to have a global leaderboard, but it makes sense to be able to have a friends list that you can compare to. And so if you can do that, then it makes sense. Well, without that, I can live without it.
See, I think we're years apart from where Basic Fun Arcade1Up is and what we remember from Arcade1Up. I think the online infrastructure is important. I think the cab should have Wi-Fi simply for the ease of update. Like, if there's no other reason, ease of update, the Wi-Fi should be there. But I mean, I look at that WrestleFest I just reviewed, and one of the things that sticks out is this game is a lot of fun, but it would have been so much more fun with online connectivity. Being able to reach out to Patrick and be like, Patrick, jump in. We're going to do a Royal Rumble together. Or even some of the games that are included, like Super Dodgeball. The first thing I thought of is, this is fun, but I would much rather play this against a friend.
And that's where they could take advantage of this and do it correctly. If they already have the Arcade1Up app that you can have notifications on. So if I have a friends list in my Arcade1 or Basic Fun app, if you want to rebrand it, and it pops up and say, hey, Patrick's online and here's the games he has. Hey, Patrick, you want to play some Miss Pac-Man? You know what I mean? And then be able to also have that friends list for the scoring be reflective in the app as well as on the cabinet. Then you have something that will bring community. We can talk some smack. Because for example, when I go on to Medieval Time on Pinball FX, I'm on top of you two guys. And so if you're not doing anything this weekend, I'm sure
not for long. I'm free this weekend, motherfucker.
Right. That's why I bring it up so you can have something to work on this weekend. But see, that's the type of thing it does. It gets you to play something that you weren't even thinking about playing, but now you see that Carl, the Detroit Love, done top me here. Hell no, I'm gonna beat this butt and get that score. So that is where Basic Fun can make this a game changer by bringing that social element that you already have the tools there. You just have to reshape it, correct it where it's wrong, and now you have something. And that's for us at our age is interesting. That how much more is that the younger folk they're trying to appeal to, who are all social media minded, to miss that opportunity will be the first nail in your coffin. If you want to remove those nails, that's the first step, I believe.
Well, I think it's not a game changer. I think it's a game maintainer. We've already had Wi-Fi. We've already had online connectivity in some way, shape, or form to at least have leaderboards to give you that sense of community. Maybe multiplayer isn't quite there yet. Co-op play isn't quite there yet for whatever reason. Adding a new game, I understand. Existing games, I don't understand. That infrastructure is there. What assets did you purchase from Arcade1Up? If you didn't purchase that, I don't know exactly what they spent their money on.
Well, there's actually a little bit of a definition in the Gizmodo article. They go into it and they explain what they actually bought. I didn't know this, but they actually retained a lot of the staff. Now, I don't know how many people were actually working at Arcade1Up. At times, it seemed like there was maybe 6. So
That's kind of true.
It's kind of true. For the weekend, all right?
They retained some of the staff, and they brought everything over. The thing that they didn't bring over was licenses. So that was why it was such a big deal for them to get Sonic, Sega. That's why it was such a big deal to go get Bandai Namco Pac-Man, because they didn't have them before. I wanted to throw this up, Fox. I know Detroit Love just keeps talking, so I wanted to give you an opportunity to read the super chat here, buddy.
Yeah, Big Vicious 71 $5 super chat. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Just give us single marquee titled cabs with accurate form factors and correct controls. Period.
Or a multicade with swappable control panels.
Oh my
with the correct controls.
Or more easier, only put games on that match the controls that are on the cabinet.
Hey.
But yeah, so what's funny is no, I agree with Carl. Like, for instance, Pinball FX VR, the only leaderboards I ever look at are the people who I'm friends with on MetaQuest, because you can look at the global or your friends. I only care. Like, I don't give a shit
about the global leaderboards.
I don't give a shit how someone else is doing if you're not on my friends list. I don't care. And it's fun between friends, because there'll be times like RTX Pinball and stuff. I would send him a screenshot saying, "Hey, I passed you on this one." And guys, if you haven't checked out RTX Pinball, he's becoming my favorite AtGames Pinball channel. His content's really good, and he's a really good player.
I highly recommend RTX or of course our friends Chaotic and Six over at Yo Retro. So those are the 2 shows I would heavily suggest you go watch. And speaking of leaderboards and knowing people,
but can I finish my story?
Me.
Jeez. Jesus Christ.
Look, you're a guest. That's what Michael B does to our guests. So
yeah, he just cuts off the guest, Carl. I'm a guest tonight, and he cut me off. What I was about to say is I send RTX a screenshot from Meta saying, "Hey, I passed you on the leaderboard," and because he's so competitive, he immediately goes in to try and top my score, that kind of stuff. So RTX is a good guy, and Billy Woods Mods agrees as well. He's a great pinball player, as well as a very good up and coming content creator. If one of the mods can put a link to his channel in the chat, I encourage all of you to subscribe and support RTX. All right, Mike, I'm done now. Go ahead.
P-Dubs, in Michael's defense, he is trying to get you to eat your sub, so he's trying to keep it going for that reason.
He's trying to what?
Trying to keep the show rolling.
End the show so you can go eat your sub downstairs.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm here for the chat, dude. I'm here for the viewers. My sandwich can be reheated. I have a toaster oven I could put it in, so I'm okay. Let's go.
All right. So anyways, we were just talking about leaderboards. There is another company that focuses mainly on global leaderboards, not so much a friends list. That company is AtGames. Let's shift gears.
Jesus Christ, that transition music's so loud. Who the fuck made that? Oh my God.
You did.
Oh, that was me. I forgot. I haven't been around.
So, P-Dubs, you haven't been around for this. We talked about this last week, and Foxy Cleopatra, you weren't here. AtGames have really started focusing on their global leaderboards. They even have a weekly update show to show you how people are performing in their Flipper Friends tournaments and stuff like that. I don't know if you've seen this yet. Have you taken a look at one of these videos?
No. What do you got?
Oh, I don't have the video here, but it's AI. They're using an AI host to announce like the winners of the Flipper Friends tournaments. And RTX, actually, I watched the first week. He got a special award for most attempts, best participation or something like that. I can't remember.
So I like what Nooner says here. AI games. We're just going to call them AI games. Hey, man, if they want to use AI, a lot of companies are moving to AI. It's just, I'll be honest, I think most people will watch a video. You said the host is AI?
Oh, the host is AI, yeah.
So I think most people will watch a video where a host is AI. and they'll be able to still tell. And today, I mean, it hasn't gotten to the point yet where we're not going to be able to tell the difference. But that's coming, like within the next couple of years, guys. AI is going so fast, you probably won't even.
What
be
is
able
the
to tell.
gender of the AI host?
What is a man?
Well, there
So-
you go. That's where you
but-
messed up.
but either
I mean,
way,
if
like-
you're gonna pick your own AI
Right.
host, honestly, I mean, come on, guys, let's be honest, right? You're gonna go.
Yeah,
with
well,
a
I
female,
set you up.
know?
If you're a classic PlayStation fan, when I say what is a man, there is only one way to answer, and you
Yeah.
did not answer correctly.
Yeah, I think the AI host thing. I mean, it would be cringy, but still, it's a cost-effective way to make that kind of content. So I don't blame them. Like, you got to do what you got to do, and they're kind of struggling right now, from what I'm hearing. No Zen titles announced for this year. Someone
Not
told
yet,
me. Is
no.
that correct?
So far, nothing. We don't know what's going on with Zen Studios. AtGames is saying, hey, we're still working with our partners, Zen Studios. There's no update. Now, after the ALPHT has been out for 4 months, still no Zen Studios games available for it. No update on that. So we don't know what's going on.
Interesting. What's up, Fox? What happened?
No, everybody agrees with me in the chat. I mean, if you're gonna make an AI host, come on, guys,
But
gentlemen, come on, come on.
I go with a hot check. So anyways, the one thing I will say I like about it, there is a lot of people in the AtGames community, especially on the leaderboards, that I have a connection with. They used to come watch me stream and stuff like that. Guys like Mad Ben Han, and all those guys. They do get some recognition. So I think that's kind of nice. If you're a super fan, you're playing this stuff all the time, and you're good. I like the idea that they're recognizing people doing that, even if it is AI.
Yeah, and with Mike, it obviously wasn't to show skill. It was just a sense of togetherness.
That's right. It's all about community.
And control. It's all about control.
Well, that's the funny thing too, is a lot of people feel that if you stream games, like, you need to be an expert at such game, and I want you guys to know you don't have to be. It's about having fun. Do you guys remember when we were kids playing video games and you and your buddies would be in your living room? It was about having fun. It wasn't about, you had to be good. You know what I mean? And I think there's so many streamers with the amount of streamers between Twitch and Kick and Rumble and YouTube, that so many streamers feel they have to be top tier gamers to succeed. And do you know the biggest channel on YouTube and Twitch right now is the Burnt Peanut? He streams Arc Raiders content. He's got over 1 million followers. Whenever he goes live, he has 100,000 people watching. And that's because he's not great at the game, but he has fun. It's fun. It's like you're sitting in the living room next to your buddy, laughing at all the mistakes you make.
Yeah.
And so in other words, Mike sucks at pinball, and that's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You jokers. Anyways, the other thing, there's no Zen news coming right now, but they do have a new game coming up this week. It's Nautilus EM. So there's a look at it. Nautilus EM. What do you think of these EM Plus tables, Patrick? Is there anything there to interest you? 19K Fox, Detroit Love. You can play this on your broken ALPHD.
I can start it up, but I won't be able to control it. But
There you go. Yeah.
This doesn't interest me. So, yeah, I'm not going to pick it up. I've been very selective with the AtGames library since I picked up that 4K machine when that came out, a couple years ago. I only have like 100 games out of the 300 some available. And part of the reason why, guys, is a lot of those games I have, especially the Zaccaria library, I have them on that machine, right? So I have the HD versions, and I didn't want to rebuy the 4K versions, right? They're all on that machine. So, like, really the only games I bought for the 4K are like the every Zen game that came out is a must buy. And then I did pick up a lot of the 4K versions of the Taito packs and the Dr. Seuss packs and stuff like the specialty stuff, the natural history stuff, the natural history stuff. I love the natural history games. I think they're really fun.
Did you get Firefighter Wildlands? That's a good one.
Do you guys remember when Firefighter Wildlands came out? I freaking love that game.
Yep.
I put out a YouTube short and I was glazing all over it like a Krispy Kreme donut. I was so excited because that game is great. The Firefighter game is great. I love it. So,
yeah, that's the crazy thing. AtGames come out with these like absolutely batshit ideas for themes. They're like, we're gonna do natural history, the Natural History magazine, and you're like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, but
then the games come out and you're like, they're rad, man. This is a rad idea.
Yeah.
Color me surprised.
Yeah.
They should get the license for Cocaine Bear and make a table out of it.
Absolutely.
Buy that.
100%.
I would buy that. I did hear a rumor a while back. I know they did Turtles, which was pretty exciting, but I heard a rumor a while back that another originals they were considering doing was based on Hasbro. Like we're talking like maybe Transformers, G.I. Joe, something along those lines. I mean, that stuff, like if they can do it good, that'd be great.
I mean, what's the plan for AtGames moving forward, though? It can't just be tables, right? Is there a new machine on the horizon? I mean, are we looking at some kind of bigger version of the 4KP, or is this pretty much it? Because I don't see them pushing forward with anything as far as hardware.
I agree with Dennis, by the way. The Nature's Fury game is also really good because you have fire, water, tornadoes, storms all going on at the same time on that table. I enjoy that game as well, Dennis. I just wanted to witness you. I wanted to recognize you.
Witness me!
Witness me! Witness me! Chat, witness me! Oh my god, a lot of streamers are doing that now, and it's so annoying. Because they yell witness me when they're like gonna do something like that they think is gonna be cool. And me, I'm like, I would never yell witness me, but I would say, whatever happened, Fox, the people just going, watch this.
I don't know. I guess it's not hip, cool, or of the time.
Instead of saying watch this, watch this, chat. Like watch
witness
this. Witness
me is confusing. I don't know what you want me to do.
Anyway,
what am I doing? I don't know. How do I witness somebody?
All right. That's enough of that. Mike, let's talk about the biggest news in retro gaming this week.
Finally, it's about damn time.
Yeah,
there
buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Evercade announced
finally.
Time. God bless America.
Evercade announced this today. People are going wild, like Crazy Burger, other people that are big Evercade fans because of this wireless controller. It's the standard Evercade controller. However, it now has dual thumbsticks. It's very similar to like the Pro controllers that 8BitDo put out. So this is going to be the first wireless controller for the Evercade. Pre-orders are up now, and this should be shipping in September. What do you guys think?
My first thought is it looks hideous. That's just
how dare you?
It doesn't look comfortable in my hands. I'm just like, what is this?
It's not about comfort.
It's like a control
or
panel that they took off the cabinet and just said, we're just gonna make it a wireless controller. It doesn't look appealing to me at all.
I think it looks awesome. I think it looks great.
I have nothing to relate it to. That's just my initial thought. It's like, why'd they make that? It looks flat. Again, now if you had a different angle, maybe it's conformed for your hands, but it looks like it would be rigid, uncomfortable. It's not very flattering to me.
Is it wooden? I don't care. I've wanted a wireless controller from Evercade, so yeah, I'm happy about it, and I plan on picking one up myself, guys. So I don't know if I'm going to pre-order like the orders are now, right? Like
it was immediately today.
But it's not coming out until the end of the year. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need them to hold on to my money for 7 months. I'll get it when it comes out.
Wait till it comes out. Yeah.
I could buy it on Amazon at that time.
Well, by that time, it might be legacy.
That's true.
Hey, listen, man. Evercade
Legacy
with their cards. You
out.
never know if you don't jump in right away. Sometimes you're boned.
Yeah.
Fox, what do you think? You're a big Evercade guy.
No, I like it. No, I think it's great. That's the evolution you want to see. Eventually come out with something wireless. I mean, I don't know. I love the whole Evercade like ecosystem.
Yeah.
I really want to. This is an expansion of that. Maybe not new hardware like we want, but it's great to see them continuing to innovate. I mean, I do tend to agree with Carl. It's not the best looking thing. It may not even be the most comfortable, but it is a new iteration of their hardware, and so let's support them. If you like it, pick it up. If not,
Why
it's
go with
okay.
that design? I'm just curious. What
It's
is
because
it?
that's their normal
It
controller
looks like
design.
it looks like their
Oh.
controller. Their controller is very
Okay.
NES style.
Okay.
Yeah, very quickly before I jump in on this conversation, we've got a breaking news.
Let's go.
Meatball Saucy is coming back to WAG. Yeah.
I'm buying a
It's
VR
about damn
headset
time.
today.
You know, today is the gift that just keeps on giving. We're gonna Meatball Saucy's coming back to virtual golf.
Oh man,
He's
I miss
back
golf
in the
with
golf
Meatball.
community.
You're back on the
Yeah.
show.
And guys,
God
if you're
bless
not in
you.
the VR community of golf, we're sorry we mentioned it, but it's a great place where like 25 guys.
I
hang
never
out.
see you guys' messages about it until like 2 days later. I log in and like,
Yeah, but
boop, boop,
you're
boop.
Carl. You're a jerk with messages. You like openly tell people you're like, I don't pay attention to the messages. It's like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's cool. Keep your eyes out for that. Check it out on the Evercade website. Mike, what else you got? My
Oh,
sandwich
I
is
got
getting
some
cold.
more news.
Bring it, baby.
We actually got some big news when it comes to. I gotta find it.
If you're gonna talk about Pokemon, I'm just gonna leave.
No, we are going to talk about Pokemon at some point, but we got to talk about this news. This broke late this afternoon. Xbox is in shambles. Phil Spencer, the guy that ran this company into the toilet, has retired, and also another exec is out. Their AI exec, Asha Sherman, is now the new Xbox boss. People are saying in the community and all over the internet, could this be the death knell for Xbox? Like, they've been questioning, consoles haven't been selling, they raised the price. Like, what the heck is going on?
I mean, with
Interesting.
a last name like that, it's not good. It's not good. Matt Booty, really?
Matt Booty? Matt Booty.
He's
Oh,
promoted
there it
as a new
is, yeah.
Microsoft AI exec. There you go.
Yeah, so anyways, just really interesting news. We don't know what's going to go on with this, but obviously Xbox has just been in a downturn the last couple of years, like with everything going on. It breaks my heart because I love Game Pass. I love my Xbox. I bought the Xbox ROG Ally. Like, I like what they're doing, but I mean, this is not good news. Phil Spencer completely moved Xbox away from being Xbox, like taking their games, putting them on other platforms, making this is an Xbox. That whole campaign was so stupid.
Yeah.
And you know, as much people saying, yeah, it's over for Xbox, maybe this is something that's long overdue, because the direction they were going under him as CEO was a nightmare.
Well, I don't know all that. What I can say is, as long as Xbox survives, so I can get the new Fable game coming out.
No, you're
It'll
screwed.
be on all
That's
the
it.
all the platforms.
Is Fable going to be on?
It'll be on PlayStation. Don't you worry.
It will be. Okay.
Eventually,
That's
yeah, they have announced like they're all going to be cross-platform.
I've said this a bunch in other streams and stuff. I used to be the world's biggest Xbox guy because after the PlayStation 2, I switched to the Xbox 360, then the
Same
Xbox
X
One.
series.
Yeah, and now I have the Xbox Series X downstairs, which technically the only time I ever play it is when there's like a free game to download on Game Pass, like Expedition 33 and games like that I play through. But honestly, my go-to has been, I'm back with PS5. You guys know me. I'm always on my PS5. I love the PlayStation. I love the user interface, the controller. Xbox still feels kind of, weird. I just, in my opinion, maybe it's time that they go the way of the dodo bird and just become a publisher of games, like release Fable and other games everywhere else.
So you think they should do the Sega dance?
I think they should go the Sega route. I think they should, and let someone else become a console maker if they so choose. But
you know what? You know what's so
because I'm
sad?
good. I'm good with PlayStation, man. Keep them PlayStations coming
Yeah,
out. Plus, yeah.
I haven't bought a new game for Xbox since Resident Evil 4. That'll tell you how long ago it was.
Yeah.
It's just
I just play Game. I just play Game Pass.
Game Pass. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll wait to see what happens with it. I think it's a little early to say Xbox is dead, but I think the direction that they were going in was, moving in that direction. So if they have a new CEO come in, they come up with a new strategic plan, maybe something's good. I know Billy Woods Mods mentioned MS is working on a new Xbox, according to AMD. That's good. I heard a while ago, and this is what kills me about the Steam Deck coming out, that Xbox was going to integrate Steam and have your Steam library playable through an Xbox. And I was so freaking excited about that. But then, of course, they announced the Steam machine. I'm like, I don't really see that as possible. So it's going to be interesting. But we have some other console news I want to discuss as well. Did you guys burn out your retinas this past week?
So when this got announced, I was pretty excited about it. I think I even made a video where we talked about it on a stream. I can't even remember when this was announced. But then, I did what you should do, Mike, and that's, sleep on it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And then the next day I realized that it probably wasn't going to be worth it or any fun. So I actually did not pre-order this thing and really have no interest in playing these games because let's be honest, the games aren't that great. Big shout out to Glenn and Glenn's Retro Show. Glenn did a stream tonight earlier before us, and he showed a bunch of these games. I think he was playing them via emulation.
Yeah.
And as you could see, like, it wasn't that those games aren't that great. So, the answer to your question, Mike, is no, and I don't intend to. I decided to pass on this. I slept on it and realized I was getting hyped for something that was probably the worst thing that Nintendo ever did. Fox, what about you, man?
Isn't this the biggest failure in Nintendo history? I mean, it sucked when it came out. It was a very cool experiment of the time, but just because it's old doesn't mean it's good. I mean, this is it's proof. It's proof that Nintendo can basically sell anything. Why on God's green earth they haven't decided to come out with a 3/4 scale play choice cabinet, I have no idea. I think that would sell incredibly well. Absolutely. And this, I think, is actually proof positive. No, I had the same experience everybody else did with the real Virtual Boy. Ow, this hurts, Mom. I don't want to play this anymore. That was my experience. So
Fox,
no, I wasn't excited about it.
Why did you tell your mom that? Weren't you like 36 when this came out?
I was 32. Thank you very much. And,
Thank you,
I had some time. I lived at home for a while. Okay.
I must say here, this is an awful idea, but again, if they're making money off it, more power to them.
God bless them, right?
Yeah, it's just it wasn't a great thing when it came out, and I get that they're looking at Atari and other companies that are in even the television. They're making these retro, bringing these things back. Now this is something like my daughter. She just came to me the other day and said, "Hey, I'm sort of feeling retro with the old Nintendo DS, and she said I want for Christmas the DS. Back in the day, I gave her them both for Christmas, the little DS, and of course it had the chip in it, and you can play any game you want to play, which made it great. But the move is, we talked about that earlier, the move is to bring back these older consoles. They would be better off bringing back Nintendo 64, than to bring some crap like this back.
Well, they did, Carl.
Yeah, again. Yeah, they can bring out the NES again, the classic, and they can just print money with that. To bring this back here, this was not great then. And now, if you got a showcase and you can't get an old one to put into your lit up cabinet to show off, your things of the past, to have this new one, that one's not going to look as nice as the old one in the showcase. I see no benefit of it.
I mean, where's the N64 Mini? Like why wouldn't you do that before you do this?
Right.
I just don't get it.
They moved away from that, and I can give you the exact reason they did. One is they used a very underpowered chipset for like the NES Classic and SNES Classic.
Sure.
So
they could afford
in order to run N64 emulation properly, they would have to bump something up, and I don't think that they saw the return on investment, right?
I think that they must be blind, Mike, because if they up the price by $40 or $50,
I would have bought it.
I would have bought it. Yeah, 100%. If it would have been more expensive, I think I still would have bought it.
So
here's
really
another
quickly.
idea, real quick, Michael B. I know because
Yeah.
you got a lot of wind and you'll be able to get it out eventually. Now, how about this idea? Why wouldn't they have come after Meta and bring back the Virtual Boy and have an actual VR
Like an
headset
app for the yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean that would be. I mean, they could take on Meta, Oculus.
We saw. I saw somebody in the chat. I think it was JR talking about the Power Glove. Integrate that into Meta also, to where the Power Glove is now not just the old one from the NES,
right,
but
but the
it's a
controllers
much
for it.
more intuitive controller. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Merge
that
the
would
two
be
technologies together. That's a
they
great
could
idea.
print. They could print money if they went after Meta to go.
People
for
people
that game.
do emulate Virtual Boy through the Meta already.
I'm not talking about Virtual Boy. I'm saying bring out content similar to what Meta does. Great games like we're playing, the golf and things like that. Whether it's Mario in there,
like a red headset. You
Yeah,
could
I'm
even
just talking
call
about
it
an
Virtual
actual
Boy 2 or
VR.
whatever. That'd be
call it what the
sick.
hell you want to, but that would be a much better venture than to go back into the archives and bring this crap back alive.
So interesting theory, Carl. Why don't you call up PlayStation? Ask how that worked out for them. So, anyways,
Okay, wait, hold on. JJ and Thumper. Okay, my wife is home. She was texting me, how much longer are you going to be? Do you want me to put your sandwich in the heater? That kind of stuff. So I was responding to my wife. Sorry about that, guys.
So really quickly, I hear all of you people that are unhappy with this.
Oh God!
I
comes
have
the
say
shilling.
what it is.
Here comes the shilling. Here it comes.
Get ready.
Canadian
Here
Avalanche.
it goes. Here it
Well,
comes. Wait. You got to go full screen for this. All right, go ahead. Shill away.
As somebody who grew up with a Virtual Boy and actually liked it, obviously nostalgia is pulling me towards this. If you've never played it before, honestly, this is probably not going to be for a lot of people. But for me, it was a fun stroll down memory lane. I loved my Virtual Boy. I have certain games that I'm very excited to play
And you'll
again.
never play it again.
Ever.
What are you talking about?
And
You're
would
going to
never
put
play
it on the
again if you
shelf,
put this
and you're
on.
just going to look at it.
Well, it's
gonna be beautiful on the shelf.
Can I please talk? So, anyways, I have it right here. I'll play through Wario Land. That's 100% for sure. I'll play tennis, but
Then
again,
you'll never play it again.
It has a very limited library. I saw a comment the other day after I did my short from Nick's Reviews, and he said, "What a cash grab from Nintendo! I just have these games on my iArcade," and I was like, "Okay, well, that's fine. That's kind of like saying you don't need McDonald's. I have McDonald's at home. We have McDonald's at home." I mean, I didn't really get it,
But it's not the same, the McDonald's.
It's not the same.
It's like when you buy the White
Yeah.
Castle burgers at the grocery store in the frozen food section. It's not the same
or
as
Krispy Kreme for that matter.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a
So,
good. Yeah,
it's just
never,
not the
it's
same.
not
It's
the
a
same.
cheap
Fresh donuts is the only
imitation.
way to go.
So here's my thoughts. Honestly, I have very clear
Put it on,
memories.
Mike.
Very clear. You don't put it on. It doesn't have a strap. You put it on a table, and then you have to very
All
awkwardly
right,
and
I want to see
uncomfortably
it.
put your head
It's
into
in
it.
your room there. Let's see it. All right, guys.
There we go.
All right.
Judge for yourself.
Guys, don't leave the chat. All right. If you think Mike looks like an idiot, give me a 1 in the chat.
The Virtual Boy.
Wait, no, dude, put it back. Put it back. All right, now kind of like look left and right. Like move your head left and right, not your eyeballs. Mike, we want to see the other side of the device. There you go. All right,
Yeah,
there you go.
he's having fun.
Yep, there's a bunch of 1s in the chat. Mike, what a moron.
You would be better off getting a telescope and looking at the stars.
Well, anyways, you guys can all have your opinions. That's fine. I was pretty happy with it. I thought it was a very good recreation of the original experience.
What was the cost?
Surprisingly, what?
What's the cost?
It cost me $100. I think it's like $100, $109
Hey,
US.
Mike's got some support. He's got some support in the chat. Check it out.
There we go.
So here's the thing is, especially in the retro gaming hobby, which is what we all pay attention to on the YouTubes and stuff, when these products come out, a lot of times it comes out, we get the sparkle effect, the oh my god reaction, the nostalgia hormones start kicking in. And like for me, I was like, oh my god, this is cool. And I made a video or talk. I can't remember if it was a video or streaming. I was like, I think this is cool. Nintendo's doing this. Who gives a shit? But then like a couple days later when I woke up, I was like, wait a minute, I don't really need to spend $100 on this. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes we have to think about it. There are purchases in retro gaming that I regret, and there's purchases that I'll never regret. I think I would have regretted this one, Mike, is all I'm saying. But if you really enjoy it, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we all have different opinions. Like, if I had, 7 multicades behind me that all do the exact same thing, I'd feel like an asshole. But,
They're going to sell a metric shit ton. Wait. 0. Remember, according to Kevin at Spreetail, they will sell a metric shit ton or fairly well.
That can't be his real opinion. There's no way.
That's what he said on the show.
So, anyways,
Horrible.
The
Bad
other
take.
thing, I will say about the Virtual Boy, anybody who has a real one, they sometimes have these. I can't remember. It's like a ribbon issue that they have with it because the screen isn't like a normal screen. The thing is moving constantly.
Vibrating?
That's how they do. It's this weird thing they do. So I mean, like this is a modern, fail-safe way that plays the games. Pretty good way. You still get the 3D effect. It works the exact same. I was worried that the sound would be different, but it was still good. I'm happy with it. And if other people think it's a waste of money, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm still going to be having fun, and I don't really care.
Yeah, spend your money the way you want to.
Absolutely.
$100
Like what you
off
like.
your next pinball machine.
Yeah, it's a shame we ran out of time tonight.
Oh, we're just getting our second win.
No.
Yeah. The show goes 3 hours.
Oh, come on. I don't. Come on. Let's just get out of here. No one cares. Our audience does not care about this.
So this was for Nostalgia. This was supposed to get Nostalgia to come on. This was actually really big news today.
And Nostalgia wasn't able to make it, so let's save it. We'll save it for Nostalgia.
What do you want to talk about? Hey, look, I bought another multicade. It does the exact same thing this other multicade does.
Shut up, Mike.
Yeah. Our
You
guest
lose
is
the
never
son of
going
a-
to come back on if you insult him like that, Michael.
Yeah.
So really quickly,
I can't believe Mike treats the guests this way.
It's so uncalled for.
Really quickly, a lot of people are excited about this. Obviously, Pokemon's after my time. I don't really give a shit. But people are excited. The one thing that people are upset by, these are Game Boy Advance games that aren't coming to the Nintendo Switch Online Game Boy Advance library. You have to buy these all over again. So they're selling them separately for $19 a piece. How do you feel about Nintendo doing that, moving away from Nintendo Switch Online?
I've never subscribed to Nintendo Switch Online.
I haven't either.
You don't need to, Carl. You only play one game anyways, PGA Tour.
It's just a golf game.
Yeah, I love it. Where's the...
Look, I never got it.
Woods.
I missed the Pokemon train, but my son, obviously being a parent, my son loved Pokemon. Every Christmas, every birthday, we were buying him Pokemon games left and right. And it actually annoyed me too because of this Pokemon Black, Pokemon White, Pokemon Red, Green, Blue. Oh. And I'm like, I have no clue what I'm buying, but it's on his list, right? So I just don't care about Pokemon at all. I also don't care about the Stern Pokemon pinball machine at all either. It's just Pokemon's not for me. Yeah. But my son loves it. So I'm sure my son will be excited about whatever this is. So.
And I echo the same thing. My son was my oldest son, huge Pokemon. He would love Pokemon, but it was nothing I ever could get into. And I was the same way. I had to buy a new Pokemon something.
Yeah.
My kids were. You remember Beyblade? I don't know. I think they liked the fringe animes, not the mainstream stuff. So yeah, Digimon, Beyblade,
the GoBots.
Yeah,
Digimon. That's the good stuff right there.
Yeah, that was
Gundam.
pretty cool. There you go.
Hey man, a lot of the cartoon series that only lasted for a year or two are on Tubi now, guys. Like I'm talking the cartoons from the 80s, and God, I've been binge watching that stuff.
P-dubs. Hey, remember the 80s?
You guys remember the 80s? Well, what was that one I was just telling you guys about? I put a community post up about it or something, or maybe it was on my Twitter or Facebook. I can't
Thundar
remember.
the Barbarian? Is that which one you're talking about?
Oh yeah, Thundar. No, not Thundar. Wait, no, it was Thundar.
Was
Hold
it
on.
Thundar? Were you talking about Thundar? No way.
No, hold on.
The flaming lightsaber barbarian.
Yes, the barbarian with a lightsaber who
Yes,
looks
that's
just
it.
like He-Man before
Yes.
He-Man came out, and they stole his hair.
In Star Wars, and they just
Yes, Thundar the Barbarian.
What was the other
Hold
one?
on.
The Herculoids.
Now this is exciting news, guys. Let me share this for you guys. Guys, if you like Conan the Barbarian, and if you like lightsabers, and if you like He-Man, you need to go watch both seasons of Thundar the Barbarian, available on Tubi now, and Tubi is free. And it's so bad, it's good. It only lasted 2 seasons before it got canceled.
Conan and
He was
Luke
everything.
Skywalker built
It
into
was
one.
yes.
Yeah,
And this was before the He-Man cartoon. And He-Man, and look at the hairstyle, look at the look. He-Man totally stole his look. He-Man 100%.
Hanna-Barbera at its
Thundar the Barbarian. Go watch. I've been watching. I'm almost through both seasons. I've been watching every episode. It's so
I'm going to
bad.
watch
It's
Gem and the
good.
Holograms instead.
It's
I
so
haven't seen
bad.
it.
Another
it's
great
good.
show for other reasons.
There you go.
All right.
I haven't seen it, but I can guarantee you it's better than the Mario cartoon. That's for sure.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Probably,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So with all that out of our way, we do
Woohoo!
have one last topic to talk
Here
about.
we
This
go,
is the main
baby.
event. P-Dubs was
Bring it
like,
home.
why'd you talk about that one earlier? And then all of a sudden, here it is. Here's the last topic we're going to talk about.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I have Fox on for a very specific reason. Ladies and gentlemen, Iconic Arcade. I will say they've been much better with their communication, but we do have some news to talk about. The shipping date has slipped again. It looks like the cabs now will not be coming in the warehouse until April 24th. So for the people waiting, it looks like you're waiting now till mid-May, until you're actually going to receive your physical cabinets from your pre-orders. 19K Fox, take it away.
We know, in the immortal words of AC/DC, don't go messing with a son of a bitch. And that's exactly what they've got now. This is a son of a bitch. This is a rough one. You know, when you try to squeak an entire shipment out on the day that Chinese New Year starts, you're going to have these issues. You're going to have these problems. I have no idea if this is going to ship. I mean, I really don't. I have no idea if it's going to ship before, March. I just don't, because Chinese New Year, the way all this goes, and if you research this at all, it officially starts on the 17th of February, but they begin to wind things down mid-January, and you're not seeing any movement at the ports after the 17th. It is the dead last day, and which was the day that they thought they were going to be able to get this thing out and get it on the ship. That was the day that it left the factory. So listen, everybody that pre-ordered this cabinet deserves to get their cabinet in a reasonable amount of time. I hate it for them, but unfortunately, that's just not going to be the case. And to this day, we still do not have a product demo. So we don't even know what we're getting, those that have actually pre-ordered this. It's unfortunate, but this is unfortunately what it is. At this point, you're either in or you're out. And at this point, I think that if you've kept your pre-order this long, it's like, well, let's just see what we get.
And speaking of seeing what you get, I don't know if you guys are aware, the Trump administration is under fire with the tariffs and the courts have
We're
came
getting
in.
political before the after show. Oh my God!
Oh no, I'm just saying it involves tariffs. They're fighting the tariffs, so I could see this thing being held. It could be held longer.
You're 100% right. And then what
to
about
allow
those
those tariffs
suckers
to get
like
taxed.
me and you and everybody else who's already paid their tariffs? Are we going to get that money back? How the hell does that work?
Yeah.
No
So
idea.
it says most
It's a
likely going to be
mess.
delayed again beyond this April date. So just brace yourself.
I think what's going to happen is the ship is going to leave China, and they're going to have, because of the tariffs and the uncertainty, they're going to actually go around America and then do another lap, right?
Yeah.
And then just to let all this figure itself out. Yeah.
So wouldn't it be funny? JJ brings up the perfect point that I wanted to just talk about a little bit. Wouldn't it be funny if the actual receiving date, people getting their cabs, actually slips till June, and it's actually 1 year later than the shipping date was supposed to be in the first place. You know, you got to feel bad, at least throughout the door, and I feel bad about these issues, but I will give Iconic credit too. I like when companies do listen to feedback, and one of the things that we were really hard shitting on Iconic about was updates, official updates from official channels. And one thing I will say about them, since the shipping process has started, they have been very active. They have been updating. Sure, it's bad news. Time keeps on slipping into the future, but at least they are communicating. So I'll give them credit for that.
Oh, did we lose Carl?
I think it's your turn, Patrick. What do you think of the current Iconic Arcade situation?
Well, I'm not too familiar with all the shipping stuff that's been going on. Obviously, delays suck. I mean, as you saw in the chat, even Glenn, who I'm a big fan of his upcoming FU arcade machine.
Did you order one?
No, but I plan on doing it after it comes out. We talked about this, but I didn't have the money available at the time. When he had his orders up and before the Kickstarter ended. I mean, sometimes, you know, you got to balance the budget. So I missed out on the first run. I'm hoping it's successful and there'll be a second run and I'll be able to get one then from Glenn. But even Glenn's got delays. There's all kinds of issues with RAM overseas, I'm hearing. RAM. Yep. There's a RAM shortage and, like, I get all that. Also, too, I know that this Iconic Arcade, as much as it's been talked about, I mean, from what Kevin talked about on Arcade Insiders, I think he kind of accidentally spilled it. Because I watched, like, it was their first or second episode, and then I haven't seen an episode until last night. On one of those first or second episodes, he talked about the fact that, you know, there was maybe only a few hundred out there that ordered this thing.
Yeah, that was a weird comment. Like, I can't imagine it was only a couple hundred pre-orders.
Right? So
I've heard 200.
And Iconic Arcade, I just think is something that is kind of vaporware right now. But the minute it comes out and it's a real thing and people actually have it in their homes, it'll be interesting to see, like, is it going to be successful? Is it going to be good? Also, too, you know, I think that Double Dragon one might get a little more interest than this one. I think everyone's kind of burnt out on Street Fighter. Am I right, guys, in the chat? Like, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know that much about it or what's going on with all this shipping and the port numbers, containers. I don't know that much about it. I just know that delays suck, but delays are happening everywhere. And this is a product that probably should have been out 6 months ago. So it sucks that it's not. I mean, wasn't it supposed to be in people's homes by Christmas? I can't remember, guys.
It was supposed to be in people's homes last June.
Last June was the original date.
Well, yeah,
and
but
then it was October, and then
it got pushed back.
Yeah,
and then it got pushed. Which, you know, delays happen.
And then it was end of January for sure, and then it shipped in February.
But still, it is what it is. So yeah.
Billy Woods Mods, $5 super chat. Thank you. Wonderland posted an update. Spreetail will begin processing orders and sending out tracking numbers by early next week.
Nice.
Thanks, Billy.
Thanks, Billy. Yeah, and that's good news for the people that pre-ordered the, Alice Goes to Wonderland. I hope that's really good. That's not something I pre-ordered. Anyway, Carl, you did have a pre-order, and B-Kong tricked you.
Stole it.
Screw you out of it. Stole your pre-order.
Yes. As long as I get my playing cards, I have not heard anything about that yet. I am still anticipating. I'm assuming they're going to get the people their cabinets first, then give me my cards. I could have had my cards.
No, Carl, we need to get our playing cards before the cabinets. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
But when we're talking about long delays and shippings, that brings up the Arcade Decades. This was a Kickstarter program back in 2023. We're supposed to get this, over a year ago, and it's finally here. The 80th edition. Really nice really book, cool. Really thick pages, like 300 something pages. Nice hardback. This thing is pretty awesome. I'm excited. Got to find out where it's going to live at. But I wish they would have put 80s edition on it because they're talking about doing the 90s. It would have been nice to have that on the binder. But otherwise, I'm pretty excited about this. Really great job.
Excellent.
I wanted to bring this comment up too from Zero Redux. Fox, you just did a great video where you went for a Jambo safari cab. You went into the wilderness.
Thanks.
My favorite thing about that, what you're doing with it, is you're taking this classic arcade cabinet and you're putting a console game on it. Like, it's so fresh.
You son of a bitch. Yes. Caught in 4K. Yes. You got me. Yeah. That was such a fun video to do because it was such a weird when you reach out to the people on Facebook Marketplace, you don't really know exactly where they live. It was so bad. Mike, I went to places where I lost cell service. I can't tell you the last time that I actually did that. No service at all. But the guy was great and just had multiple semi-trailers full of arcade games. So, yeah, it's a cool video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Everybody, check it out.
Yeah. Well, Mikey and Carl, I appreciate you guys bringing me on as a guest tonight. Obviously, this didn't go as well as we hoped, so I will not be back next week.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Dubs. Come
Fox,
back to us.
Fox, we appreciate you stepping in. My blood sugar is dropping, guys, so I'm going to take off whether you end the show or not. So what do you want to do?
Carl, send us
Have a good one, buddy. Hour 3. Let's go.
P-Dubs, this is a lot like golf. P-Dubs isn't doing very well. His battery's about to die, so send us home.
Wrap it up.
I'm a little rusty, okay? I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm trying to make this about, talking about products and companies, not about people. I mean, guys, this is supposed to be fun. These are video games, right? If anyone is losing their mind or crashing out on the internet, like I've done so myself, I've been guilty of that. Like,
we all have. We all make mistakes.
We've all crashed out. Like, remember, guys, the niche we cover is video games. I mean, we're not political channels or stuff where that stuff happens. On
Detroit
the day.
Love and I are totally political channels.
On the day.
Yeah.
19K
Fox actually has a members-only political channel.
It's all political all the time.
So, P-Dubs, I've got to say this. We all make mistakes, but I got to ask you the question. Master Dubs, why do we fall?
To get back up.
So we can learn to pick ourselves back up again.
Yeah. I don't know why you said that, but that's kind of weird.
Because that's what Alfred says.
And with that, guys, we're going
to
to
not watched Batman Begins?
Mike, will you shut up so Carl can do the outro and I can go eat my goddamn sandwich?
I am not inviting this motherfucker back.
This is a bad guest. I can't believe it.
Hey, guys, we appreciate you watching, man. We love you, man. Don't get the Virtual Boy. That thing sucks. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.
I'm
so